How are we all doing, guys? So this video is another gaming memories, and this episode is dedicated to my Uncle Les. He lives in the States now, but this is when obviously I was younger and he was still living over here. So basically what happened was when we become a single parent family, my uncle started coming down every Monday. There are reasons for it, but I'm not going to go into all that. It's all a bit private, if I'm honest. So, in a nutshell, like, my uncle had not been around for many years. In fact, he hadn't been around. I didn't really know who he was properly, if I'm honest. The last time I would have seen him, I would have been a toddler at that point. So I'd completely forgot what he even looked like. So once he realised that, my mum was on her own, he contacted her, and then we started seeing him all the time. And from the age of 9 years old was basically when I first met my uncle, if you like. It wasn't the first time, but the first time I could remember. So shortly after that, I got the Commodore 64, and I remember spending quite a bit of time playing the Commodore 64 with my uncle. I think I picked that up when I was around about 10, maybe 11, somewhere around that mark. And of course, later on, a little while later, I ended up getting a Japanese Mega Drive. And basically, when he was coming down, I think I still had the Japanese Mega Drive at that point, but he brought down an Amiga 500. He just recently bought the 1200, so he gave us his 500, and I think it was a 500 plus, as I remember. And my friend Nicky, and I've talked about him in previous memories, obviously he had an Amiga. So when my uncle brought it down, I was like, because I'd always wanted one, but for some reason, I never managed to get my hands on one until he brought that down. And basically, he brought down a nice selection of games. And that was when I first played Beneath a Steel Sky. If Retro Bait's watching, he'll know what I'm on about. We've had a conversation backwards and forwards about this game. Brilliant game, Beneath a Steel Sky, really good. It's like an RPG style game, you got to wander around, find this to do this, put this in there to open that, all that sort of thing. Very good game. If you've got an Amiga 500 and you've never played it and you like RPGs, definitely go out and get one. It's a very good game. So, that was when I first started playing that. And then, of course, Flashback was another one. Originally, we played that on the Amiga. Of course, there were ways of getting games without paying for them. The more nefarious way of getting older games. So I had Flashback, and it was a copy. I later on got it for the Mega Drive, but we'll get to that in a bit. So there was that. I had Zool 2 as well. That was one I think I bought, Zool 2. And many games that followed on after that. But one of the ones I remember playing on the Amiga the most was Beneath a Steel Sky. And also Chaos Engine. That was the other one, the Chaos Engine. What a fantastic game. Done by the Bitmap brothers. Great game. I still love that game to this day. And it's one of them I want to get for the Mega Drive. But the price seems to be going up on it, because I do want to get one as mint as I can, because it's one of my favourite one of my favourite games in general. But it would definitely be one of my favourites on the Mega Drive. So it's one that I want to get in good condition. So yeah, but like I say, we used to mainly play on the Amiga. The other game was Lemmings as well. Lemmings, great game. And again, that was one I got for a more nefarious way. It was a copy. So, but then basically, what happened was we started playing on my Mega Drive, because I later on got rid of the Japanese one, and I didn't have a Mega Drive for a while. And then I ended up getting the UK version because I wanted the Mega CD, because a friend of mine, Nicky, had it, and I enjoyed it, and I wanted to get the Mega CD. And if I remember right, if memory serves me right, I think I bought both of them off of him, actually. I think it was his one I bought. Um, and basically, then lots of games, we played lots of games together. And my mum even got involved. That was probably the first time I ever saw my mum play games, other than board games. So I remember my mum would sit there, well, we'd all sit there playing columns, for example. My uncle bought me Lemmings for a birthday for the Mega Drive, and we played that. Zool, that was another one. Zool, we used to play that. What else was there? Because my uncle wasn't a massive fan of fighting games. Flashback was another one. I think he might have bought me that as well, actually, for Christmas at some point. So there's a lot of memories with my uncle. You know, he was the one that gave us the 500, and I forgot actually, and I'll just get to this bit now. When he went to America, he couldn't take his 1200 with him, so he gave us that as well. So, you know, we both our Amigas come from him. So I've got fantastic memories of my uncle when it comes to gaming. You know, he came down, he gave us a 500 plus for nothing. He bought me several games for the Amiga and the Mega Drive, and then eventually gave us an A1200 as well. So, you know, we did really well, and it was really nice what he did. And some of my best gaming memories involve my uncle. And I'm sure there's others that I can't even think of right now, because he used to come down every Monday, and every Monday it was either the Amiga or the Mega Drive. It would be one or the other. And yeah, it was always nice to see my uncle, because like I say, for many years I didn't even really know who he was. The last time I'd seen him, I was too young to remember. So, and he was quite an important person in my life for a while, because you know, the old man weren't about, so my male role model was my uncle. And you know, he used to. I mean, obviously I was a lot shorter than I am now, but you know, we got this 6 foot guy that turns up on a super bike, because I remember he had a Kawasaki ZXR 750, and not only was this thing fast, but the noise it made when he come up the road, you know. So when he used to pull up on that, you know, just great memories. So yeah, he was very important in my life, and that's why I wanted to do this episode, and that's why I dedicated it to him, because it was very important to me for a lot of reasons. But it definitely, when it comes to gaming memories, some of my best memories were with him. So, and if he's watching this, he'll remember Beneath a Steel Sky. And I wonder if he remembers Look What I Found, because you come across that a lot in that game. If he's watching this, he'll know what I'm on about. So yeah, I'm going to leave this one there anyway, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, and also comment. And also make sure you hit that little all under the bell icon. That way you're made aware of all our future uploads. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.